What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another hot track. And guys, it doesn't get any hotter than this. Now and Then by the Beatles has arrived. I mean, come on, a Beatles song in 2023, the final Beatles song, sadly. But here we are, and it's lovely. I mean, from start to finish, Paul and Ringo really knocked it out of the park. And, I already, from yesterday when Peter Jackson posted that 10-minute documentary about the making of, when you heard John's vocal by itself for the first time, it just gave me chills. And I can only imagine how that must have felt for Paul and Ringo to hear that for the first time. So clear, just say what you will about AI technology. There's lots of cons to it, but this is at the top of the pro list, man. I mean, for any musician, let alone the Beatles, to be able to take something that was recorded on a cassette tape so many years ago, and, it's John and a piano, and sometimes the piano is overpowering the voice. It's all jumbled up, and to be able to take those and cleanly put those on two separate tracks and have them just, mastered with such clarity, it's mind-boggling. And, I'm so glad that they were able to do this. And I think Paul really was respectful as well of, letting John be the center of the song, which, I mean, he essentially wrote it, even though Paul, kind of comes in towards the end of the verse and fades in, blending with him beautifully on the chorus when he says, "I miss you and I want you to be there for me." It gets me right here. But from the opening, when you hear John's voice saying, "I know it's true," with that piano, and the piano is so well restored as well. It sounds huge. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul, went in and kind of did a performance as well, and they kind of mixed them together. I don't know that for a fact, but with Giles Martin behind the helm, anything is possible. The son of George Martin, the fifth Beatle, also having him involved, bringing in strings, which takes it up a notch. And then, of course, George Harrison also, very respectfully using his rhythm guitar from the 1995 sessions when they were trying to make this song work. And then also Paul just paying homage to him with a slide guitar solo when that's going on, and the strings and the oohs and ahs that are being used from other Beatles songs, which I think was another genius move. It really gives it that authentic Beatles sound, but it's just, it's an ecstatic moment in the middle of the song. I just absolutely loved it. The only thing that I felt was missing, if you go back and listen to John's demo, there's a kind of pre-chorus or bridge, if you will, section, which is really quite lovely, and he goes up into a falsetto, but they didn't use that, and I can see why, because lyrically, anyway, it was kind of the most messy part or the most unfinished. So they pretty much just take it straight from the verse into the chorus, which makes sense, and it gives it a little bit more of a positive feel. And the song is all about love, which makes sense. I think they did a tremendous job with this thing. Paul, say what you will, in the past, there were some decisions that on like Let It Be Naked that I wasn't a fan of, but this, again, super respectful of John and George, just hits all the right Beatles notes, and the way it ends is perfect. I just really felt like this was just a lovely moment in time, and I'm so glad we get to live in it, where there's still Beatles songs coming out. So sad that this is probably the last one, but at this point, now that this technology is available, I think they should go back and clean up Free as a Bird, which, when you go back and listen to that, you don't quite hear John's voice that clearly, and I really think they should fix that as well, and might as well do it on Real Love. Kind of weird that those are not showing up on the new Blue album also, which leads me to believe that maybe they are planning to rework those, hopefully. I don't see why not, but yeah, if I had to give this a grade, man, that's an impossible thing to do. This isn't going to be like in my top 10 Beatles songs of all time or anything. Neither was Free as a Bird for that matter, but this is a very strong 9 out of 10. You know, it gave me goosebumps, gave me all the feels the way I was expecting them to. If you're a fan of the Beatles, you're going to love it. You know, if you're not a fan of the Beatles, you know, it's still just a great, solid rock song / ballad. Just a little bit of everything that you can love about the Beatles in one nice little package. And it's kind of cool too that they're also paying tribute to Love Me Do, the new remix version on the single. That's the B-side. So Now and Then makes perfect sense. But yeah, guys, I loved it. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the song? If you haven't heard it yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and check it out right now. And let me know too what you think about the use of AI technology. Was it a good thing? I mean, I think in this case, undisputedly, yes. And also, do you think they should go back and, you know, do the Free as a Bird thing? I think that's a no-brainer as well, but let me know because I love talking about this stuff. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday. Be sure to stick around later tonight. I'll be posting my top 5 solo Beatles songs, so stay tuned. And guys, we got so much more coming on the channel. Thank you, Beatles, and as always, Viva la vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.